So, who's stepping back into the spotlight to spill even more untold secrets? I'm thrilled to have you here today as we peel back the glittering curtain of Hollywood's most guarded stories. We've already stumbled upon botched surgeries, jaw-dropping wardrobe disasters, and scandals that could sink careers, yet that's only scratching the surface. Because in the seductive shadows of Tinseltown, there are still mysteries no one dares whisper about. Mysteries so deep, even I haven't unlocked them all. But today, we're going to try. So buckle up, drop your number one guess in the comments, and stay with me, because what's coming next isn't just gossip. These are the kinds of secrets Hollywood has tried to bury forever. And starting now, we're digging them up. Pixie Fox, a 33-year-old from North Carolina, has spent the past decade turning herself into one of the most extreme transformations the world has ever seen. While most people chase subtle enhancements, Pixie's vision is anything but ordinary. She's on a relentless quest to become a living, breathing cartoon character. Her journey has been nothing short of shocking. She's endured dozens of surgeries, cheek reductions, multiple rib removals, dramatic eye and lip alterations, methodically reshaping herself into a fantastical image few would ever dare to pursue. But her obsession with this animated ideal has pushed the limits of modern medicine so far that many of the very doctors who once helped her now refuse to go any further. Some have drawn a hard ethical line, warning of severe health risks if she continues. Her story even landed in the national spotlight on the TV show Botched, where celebrity surgeons Dr. Terry Dubrow and Dr. Paul Nassif reviewed her case and turned her down. But for Pixie, this was never just about changing her face or body. To her, it's a deeper, almost spiritual mission, becoming the person she believes she was always meant to be. No matter how many medical doors close, she pushes forward, undeterred, determined to blur the lines between reality and fantasy, until, in her eyes, there's no line left at all. Priscilla Presley, celebrated not just as Elvis Presley's former wife but as a sharp, savvy businesswoman, has long been the subject of whispers and speculation about possible cosmetic enhancements. For decades, she stayed silent on the matter, neither confirming nor denying the rumors, leaving the public to interpret her changing looks for themselves. Several cosmetic experts, who have never treated her personally but have studied her photographs, have weighed in. Dr. David has remarked that Priscilla's cheeks appear overly filled, giving her face a swollen look that seems to limit her ability to fully open her eyes. Dr. Anthony Yoon has suggested that a facelift is obvious, while others point to signs of aggressive skin resurfacing, procedures that, in some cases, may have caused lasting damage. But perhaps the most shocking claims tie Priscilla to a dark Hollywood underworld of unlicensed beauty treatments. Reports allege she may have been among the victims of Dr. Daniel Serrano, a so-called cosmetic surgeon, notorious for injecting high-profile clients at private LA cocktail parties. His secret formula, touted as superior to Botox, was later revealed to contain industrial-grade silicone, the same type used for car lubrication, posing severe and irreversible health risks. Priscilla has only hinted at the emotional toll this chapter took on her, once confessing, "It is challenging. There's a part of me that keeps so much to myself." Those words, spare yet heavy, seem to carry the weight of both her public image and the private battles she's never fully shared. Donatella Versace, the legendary Italian fashion designer and sister of the late Gianni Versace, has been captivating the world for decades, not only with her daring designs but also with her ever-evolving appearance. While she's never openly confirmed the full extent of any cosmetic enhancements, the transformation is hard to miss. Now approaching 70, Donatella's face remains remarkably smooth, almost untouched by the lines and creases that naturally come with age. Observers have long pointed out subtle yet telling changes. A nose once softer and rounder now refined into a sleeker, more sculpted shape, upper eyelids that no longer carry the slight droop seen in earlier photos, cheeks with a pronounced fullness that hint at possible implants, and lips that appear more voluminous, perhaps thanks to augmentation. Though she's kept silent about these speculations, her evolution is undeniable to anyone who has followed her career. Whether achieved through delicate touch-ups or bolder procedures, Donatella's look reflects more than vanity. It's a carefully curated image befitting a woman who lives in the constant glare of the fashion world. In an industry where reinvention is survival, her appearance has become as much a signature as the Versace brand itself. Jessica Alves, the Brazilian-British television personality who has captivated headlines worldwide, has spent years reshaping her image through an extraordinary series of cosmetic transformations. Born on July 30, 1983, in São Paulo, Brazil, to a Brazilian mother and a British father, Roserval Alves, Jessica grew up with a rich cultural heritage. Her father's family had journeyed from Europe to Brazil in the 1940s, starting out in agriculture before building success in supermarkets, shopping malls, and real estate. From childhood, Jessica's world was touched by gestures that would quietly shape her identity. She still remembers her grandfather gifting her Barbie dolls, tokens of a feminine spirit she had always felt inside. Though born male, Jessica knew from the earliest age, as young as 3 or 4, that her true self was different from what the world saw. She embraced her femininity through playing with dolls and dressing in clothes that expressed who she really was. Her life has been a courageous journey of self-discovery, fueled by the belief that gender should never define or confine a person's worth. Today, Jessica stands as a bold testament to the power of self-expression and the ongoing pursuit of authenticity in a world all too eager to label and limit. Carrot Top, born Scott Thompson, has long been one of comedy's most instantly recognizable faces. With his wild red hair, over-the-top props, and boundless stage energy, he carved out a unique lane in stand-up and pop culture. His career exploded thanks to frequent appearances on The Tonight Show with Jay Leno and even a stint as the announcer for Cartoon Network, cementing his place as a household name. But over the years, it hasn't just been his jokes getting attention, it's been his ever-changing look. As he moved into his 50s, fans watched his appearance shift dramatically. Lean, then muscular, then lean again. The transformation sparked endless speculation about whether his evolution was simply the result of intense workouts, changing lifestyles, or the quiet touch of cosmetic surgery. Carrot Top has never confirmed going under the knife, leaving the truth as much a part of his act as the punchlines, a mystery that keeps fans and tabloids buzzing. Yet, through every rumor and reinvention, one thing remains constant: his electric presence on stage. Whatever changes his face or physique may have seen, his comedic spark, that high-octane, unpredictable energy, still makes him one of entertainment's most unforgettable showmen. Heidi Montag, once a reality TV favorite from Laguna Beach and the Hills, learned a hard truth the most painful way possible: just because something is free doesn't mean it's worth the cost. Her path into cosmetic surgery began when she was offered thousands of dollars worth of enhancements at no charge. What seemed like the ultimate Hollywood opportunity quickly unraveled into a personal nightmare. In one grueling day, Heidi endured a staggering 16-hour marathon under the knife, 10 separate procedures back-to-back. The recovery was brutal. Flooded with opioid painkillers, she battled not just physical agony but emotional fragility, her body and spirit both pushed to the breaking point. Years later, Heidi has spoken openly about her regret, admitting that the quest for perfection led her down a dangerous, life-altering road. Her story now stands as a stark warning: when the price tag sounds too good to be true, the real cost may be something you can't ever get back. At just 17 years old, Zhou Chuna has become one of China's most talked-about influencers, not for her fashion or lifestyle tips, but for her jaw-dropping transformation through plastic surgery. Rising to fame on the social media platform Weibo, she has captivated millions with her unflinching chronicle of a metamorphosis that took her from an ordinary schoolgirl to a doll-like beauty in just 3 short years. Her journey began shockingly early. By the age of 13, Zhou had already gone under the knife, marking the start of a staggering 100-plus cosmetic procedures. Behind the glamour, however, lay a painful truth. In school, she endured relentless bullying, cruel nicknames, nasty jokes, and humiliating chores designed to single her out. Worn down by the constant ridicule, she became convinced that if she could change her face, she could change her fate. With fierce determination, Zhou persuaded her parents to fund her first surgery, a double eyelid procedure. The results were immediate and, in her eyes, life-changing. For the first time, she felt the sting of ridicule fade, replaced by admiration and curiosity. That taste of acceptance fueled an obsession. Over the years, she pursued an array of enhancements: fillers, ear cartilage grafts, rhinoplasty, Barbie eye surgery, breast implants, and liposuction, all in a tireless quest for beauty, validation, and the elusive feeling of truly belonging. Joan Van Ark, the beloved television and film star whose career has spanned decades, has long chosen silence when it comes to the subject of plastic surgery, rarely offering more than a polite deflection in interviews. Yet, the camera tells its own story. Side-by-side comparisons of her early photos and more recent images paint a picture of striking transformation. In her youth, Joan radiated a fresh, natural beauty that became part of her signature charm. Today, her skin appears noticeably tighter, her features smoother, and her expression subtly altered, changes that have fueled endless speculation. Industry experts whisper of possible facelifts, collagen injections, cheek implants, Botox, and perhaps even a brow lift, suggesting that her look may have been fine-tuned more than once. For all her achievements on stage and screen, it's not just her acting that keeps fans talking. Her evolving appearance has become a subject of fascination, sparking debates in entertainment circles and across the media. Whether the result of skilled surgeons or simply the passage of time, Joan Van Ark's transformation remains wrapped in mystery, never confirmed, yet impossible to ignore. Sharon Osbourne has never been one to hide behind mystery, especially when it comes to her face. For decades, she's been refreshingly candid about the countless cosmetic procedures she's undergone, from facelifts to Botox, wearing her transformations like badges of both glamour and honesty. Few in the entertainment industry have embraced and discussed cosmetic work as openly as Sharon. But recently, that long, glittering chapter in her life came to an abrupt end. The turning point arrived in 2021, when, in her 70s, Sharon endured a facelift that left her shaken to her core. In her own unfiltered words, the results made her look like an effing cyclops. It was more than a bad result, it was a wake-up call. The experience forced her to confront the cost of chasing perfection and the emotional toll behind the mirror's reflection. That day, Sharon decided she was done. No more procedures. No more surgical touch-ups. After years of altering her appearance under the surgeon's knife, she chose instead to embrace the one transformation no scalpel could deliver: self-acceptance. For Sharon, it was a powerful reminder that beauty doesn't live in stitches or syringes, but in the courage to own exactly who you are. Linda Evangelista, the iconic Canadian supermodel who once ruled over 700 magazine covers, recently revealed a devastating and unexpected chapter in her life, one that came not from the runway, but from a cosmetic procedure gone tragically wrong. For decades, Linda's beauty seemed untouchable, yet today, she openly acknowledges a drastic change in her appearance, one she calls a brutally disfiguring result of a popular treatment. Drawn in by the promise of cool sculpting, a non-surgical fat reduction procedure boasting quick recovery and targeted results, Linda admitted, with striking honesty, that vanity played a role in her decision. But instead of the smooth, sculpted outcome she hoped for, the treatment left her with visible and irreversible changes. While many have found success with the FDA-approved procedure, Linda's experience took a devastating turn, shattering her confidence and reshaping her life in ways she never imagined. In candid interviews, she has spoken about the deep emotional toll, how the mirror became a reminder of a choice that altered her forever, and how the public gaze felt heavier than ever. Her story is now a stark reminder that behind the glossy promises of cosmetic enhancements lies a truth many don't talk about. Beauty treatments carry real risks, even for the most beautiful woman in the world. Michael Jackson's dramatic physical transformation remains one of the most talked about stories in pop culture history, an evolution inseparably tied to plastic surgery and the relentless glare of public scrutiny. Comparing photos from his youthful Motown days to the final images taken before his passing in 2009 reveals not just a change, but a complete metamorphosis. Reports from outlets like the Daily Mail claim Jackson underwent numerous procedures over the decades, some to enhance, others to repair earlier surgeries that hadn't gone as planned. His journey into cosmetic alteration began with something seemingly small, a desire to refine his nose. Yet even that first step came with hesitation. Legend has it he was so anxious about the operation that he convinced his sister LaToya to undergo rhinoplasty first, using her as a test case. Once satisfied with the results, Michael took the plunge himself in 1979, unknowingly opening the door to an era of constant reinvention. As the years passed, his appearance evolved in ways that both captivated and unsettled the public. Every new photograph sparked speculation, fascination, and debate, transforming Michael Jackson's face into one of the most iconic, controversial, and endlessly dissected images in entertainment history. His transformation became part of his legend, forever woven into his legacy and the world's memory of the King of Pop. Katie Price, the outspoken English media personality and model, has built a reputation for being one of the few celebrities unafraid to talk openly about plastic surgery. In an industry where so many hide behind rumors and speculation, Katie lays it all out, every procedure, every transformation. When she first burst onto the modeling scene, she embraced a more natural look. But everything changed when she turned 30. From that point on, she began reinventing herself, boldly, unapologetically, and entirely on her own terms. Now, at 45, she's not just living with her choices, she's owning them. Her journey into cosmetic enhancements started back in 1999 with a dramatic transformation, boosting her bust from a 32B to a 32DD and refining the shape of her nose. Over the years, she's continued to reshape her appearance, never pretending otherwise. Katie's raw honesty and unshakable confidence have made her a rare exception in the world of fame, where beauty is often manufactured in secret and denied in public. Love her or judge her, she has nothing to hide. Thanks for watching Exposed Hollywood. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because you won't want to miss what's coming next.